Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the it is?
Aries and Andy, Jew and the Jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut, cold. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Scribe, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was on your mama.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism,
Sexism,
much love to my loyal bag holders,
rollers, loaders.
we got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
This Oh Steve comes to us from Ali D. My first Oh Steve. It's February 5th, 1945. The mighty hero Captain America has defeated his nemesis Red Skull and has destroyed the evil organization known only as Hydra. However, in the process, he has made the ultimate sacrifice by going down with the Hydra ship, saving all of humanity from destruction. Fast forward, it's 2024, and the mighty Captain America has been awakened after being frozen in the ice. A young woman sent by the military guides Cap through the modern world, and he is overwhelmed by everything he sees. There's a glimmer in her eye. She feels a sense of hope that America's hero and the world's hero has returned and that they no longer have anything to fear. Her and Cap board a bus. They start sharing stories and giggling about all that he had missed. Cap interrupts her. Just a quick question. I know I've been away for a while, but how come there's colored sitting in the front? The young woman replies, "Oh, Steve." I kind of like that.
Because it's comedy.
Yeah. So he was frozen, and
then he came back, and no matter how great and whatever warrior you think he would be a little perplexed by the fact that black people were in the front.
Yeah, that was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even though we knew what was coming, the plot twist at the end kind of threw me.
The way he wrote it was really good. Yeah,
that was good, Ali D.
I liked it.
Keith Honore. I hope I'm not saying your last name wrong. It's Honore. Honore?
I know. I thought you said Onhore before.
Onhore. Oh. Names. Hey, A&A.
Now it even makes more sense. Onhore and names.
Hey, A&A. Love the show. This is my first time chiming in. I'll keep it short and sweet. In an effort to keep from getting a $10 a lot of money, names. Full Metal Jack.
I think someone did something like that.
No? I've never heard that one.
We had a Full Metal.
Nah, I don't recall.
Yeah.
I said no.
But we did.
I know. Don't fight me. No. Okay. The story of Iron Man and his obsession with the suit. Avengers Rear Endgame.
That's good.
The story of Thanos searching for the Infinity Rings. I wonder if, so it's 6 rings. So when he puts them on his, if his is, it destroys half of civilization.
He has to get.
Yeah, it has to get hard.
It's almost like the snapping the finger as it gets up, and
right
as soon as it full.
Everything, half of humanity is destroyed. I like that, Keith.
Yeah, maybe it's the shot
that destroys everybody.
Yeah, the goes up in the air, and as you see it hit the ground, everybody just starts disappearing.
That's some powerful.
He came, and everybody went.
Yes. Half of humanity will be gone when I'm done. Laquan Chenault. Some of you with these French-sounding wine names. Episode 583.
That sounds like more like a cheese.
What, the Chenault?
Yeah.
Chenault. Episode 583. I appreciate the convo this episode. People really resent people who are actively pursuing goals, especially creative ones. I hope any of my notes to you guys doesn't come off like dudes on the train dancing and giving you a pound when you just want to be anonymous. Regular people use creative people as doormats if you let them. I'm learning this. They will test you because for some ignorant reason, people want artists to be. Anyway, creative people need to refine their psychology as much as their craft. A lot of people who only purpose is obstructing dope. By dope, I just mean bit of integrity and assertiveness towards a creative goal. The Latino person who wished me well and who stopped pursuing art, I would be generic and just say thanks, but honestly, if you quit, it wasn't for you. I have the hood hating me and the fine art elite, and I still bet on myself. If any people want to champion a modern fine artist, I suggest you with me. I went to the Hole in New York City on June 29th to compete in a show that had theme of and I will send quote from event flyer, don't read if you don't want. The Hole is proud to present My Mythology, our yearly guest curated summer group show in Tribeca this year, organized by the Asbecs, I hope I'm saying that right, who run collaborations, art, consultancy, and contemporary art space in Copenhagen. Mono Mythology looks at a new generation of religious avatars and idols, with artists creating their own religious visual language and deeply subjective images of God. If you read this email in that quote of what event was the painting, I will attach. We'll get more context. If you guys show the painting I took from Kubrick's final film, 1999, Eyes Wide Shut, the painting is like 5 feet by 3 feet. I think it was the strongest thing there. I carry my paintings at these events of some of the most privileged artists in the world. They have more access at this time. Resources and I outperform them. The Hole is one of the elite contemporary galleries in the world. I call the piece Enola Gay World. I am conveying how atomic warfare has been the religion of world order, while is also being expressed like extremists. The bottom has my iconography, which I feel is spiritual. You guys briefly mentioned how you all weren't fanatics. I have a very particular curiosity and a zest that sometimes is misunderstood as fanatic. I think text and how we communicate perpetuates fanatic and irrational interactions. Lots of times people who know what they're talking about come off as fanatical. Going back to the misunderstandings people have about how great or easy the creative life is, do you guys feel accessible devalues you as public personas? Thanks for reading this. Once again, anybody who wants a visual artist to indulge in curiosity, with me. I'm what Richard Serra was in my mid-'80s Jordan phase, where I'm balling while the league colludes and nitpick my contribution. Last thing is, I watched Patrice O'Neal, Elephant in the Room. It still stands up with a banger and is a banger. Oh yeah, Julian Assange was freed. But I would love to hear you guys really have a convo on the freedom of speech. A lot to unpack there.
That was a lot. Yeah, that is a lot.
I guess, well, let me just answer your question. Do you feel being accessible devalues you as a public persona?
No, I feel social media devalued all people that are creatives as it devalued everyone.
There's no mystique.
No, and you know, Andy Warhol is famous for this quote where he said, "Everybody will be famous for 15 minutes." But then years into it, somebody asked him about that quote, and he goes, "Oh, that's an old quote." He goes, "I changed it. The new quote is, in 15 minutes, everybody will be famous." And this is what a genius he was. He didn't know, but
what's the difference?
In the future, everybody will be famous for 15 minutes. He changed it to everybody in 15 minutes, everybody will be famous. So what it means is you won't have 15 minutes of fame, just in 15 minutes from now, and that's what the social media is. Everybody's famous now. No one doesn't have a platform. Everybody has a platform. Right. So everyone, it's not about having fame for 15 minutes. You're not famous for 15 minutes now. Everybody's famous. Everybody has the right to say whatever they want to about themselves as a creative. They're all on social media. They all.
You gotta hop to and spit on that thing. You hear me?
Within 24 hours, she was the sensation of the country for a minute. I mean, that's how fast this happens. So in 15 minutes, everyone's famous. Everyone will be famous. There's no, and it weirdly shouldn't be famous because we don't live for fame anymore. We live for infamy. We do infamous. People are. Right. It's not about contributing to the art or the culture. It's just for.
Well, it seems like honest fame, real legit, respectable fame. That's not easy to attain because that requires real talent.
Yeah, it's never been easy to attain. But we don't look at it, we don't separate the two anymore. It's just fame.
Right.
And everybody's famous. So, yeah, it's been devalued completely.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck with your art, man.
Yeah, but don't be mad about your situation. I love when he said that they have more they're privileged, they have more access. They have the greatest artist. One of the greatest artists to me is Basquiat. Had
Biscuit.
in found products, made products. Sometimes limitations make your art stronger. So don't be mad about that. Make it that part of who you are. That's where you
struggle.
Yeah, an artist who doesn't struggle is not fun. There should be a little bit of struggle within yourself, within the what you're using to create your art. There should always be a little bit of struggle. Life is struggle, and if you're reflecting life, there should be some struggle in it. No one's not struggling. I mean, we look at it. We see people. My biggest problem right now that I haven't talked about, and I would like to get to it, but it's not going to happen, is that we lost ourselves in this world where we have so much access to see how people live now. We never had access like that before. When there was 3 channels, you didn't go to someone's house. We didn't have. I think the downfall of the world is actually lifestyles of the rich and famous, where you got to
lifestyles of the rich and famous.
You got to see everybody what they had, and then you're looking at what you didn't have, and then your goal became to get that. Your goal should be to become successful in what you do, and these things will come to you. Maybe you are never in a position that you're going to have those things, but you're going to be so great at what you do that your life will be fulfilled. And fulfillment is what we need to work for life. Cash, bank accounts, those come and go, and you don't take it with you. Fulfillment, you take with you. I don't understand. We're lost. We're lost because we think it's the capital gain that we need. It's not. It's the emotional internal gain that we need. And this is the struggle that we're going to have until we figure out our route. It is not to become rich and famous. It's to become successful within. And if you don't have that, all those riches aren't going to do anything for you.
Kyle Singer. The Wire versus The Sopranos. What it does, fellas, Kyle Singer again. Today I wanted to kick off a little discussion about our favorite shows, The Sopranos and The Wire. I'm not going to lie. I was always skeptical about The Sopranos when it came out. I was too young and too stupid. Plus, my aunt loved the show, and I hated going over there because her house smelled like mothballs. You know how to smell mothballs? You hold them by the wings. Anyways, I'm going to start by saying, what?
Do you get that? How to smell mothballs?
No.
You hold them by the wings? Moths. Balls. Mothballs.
Oh.
He tried to slip a funny in on you.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to start by saying I think the shows are equal. No, they're not. Everything from the writing, rawness, and even the jokes now for me. Oh, and the jokes. Now for me, The Wire is end-all, be-all. The street element in the show is unmatched. The forensic science couldn't be more accurate. There's no foreshadowing music, callbacks, dream sequences, nothing. Once someone's gone, they're gone. Not to mention they actually cast real Baltimore kingpins and street dudes, and a few writers on the show were actual retired BPD detectives. I could talk all about The Wire. The ass power show you be talking, null and void. Don't even mention that.
I like this person now.
Now The Sopranos, that quickly jumped up to my number 2 spot. Like you always say, Aries, the writing is impeccable. One of my favorite quotes from the show was when Bokeem Woodbine's character came over. That episode was just on the other day. And one of Tony's uncles said to him, the Italians were the white man's back. When you the Italians were the white man's back when you were chasing zebras in the wild. I love the racial tensions in the show. Season 4, episode 3, titled Christopher, was one of my favorite episodes. When the premise of the show was the country's depiction of Christopher Columbus, Italians versus Native Americans. The insults were hilarious, and the oppressive conversations were real and relatable. I didn't dive too deep in either show because I just wanted to throw that out there and throw out there what I liked and what I want to react off your reactions. But when it comes to The Sopranos, Tony's the star. Without him, there's no show. With The Wire, you can take in and put out any detective, street dude, or kingpin and still have an Emmy-winning show. I won't disagree with you there.
That's very true.
That's the reason The Wire is top dog in my book. As always, I love y'all, and I'm with y'all till the wheels fall off. Peace, brothers. Kyle. P.S. I laugh every time Tony reaches down to pick up his foot to cross his legs and talk business, LOL. Every time Tony reaches down to pick up his foot.
He does this.
Oh.
Because he's
Fat?
fat and he probably doesn't have he needs to stretch.
Oh. Yeah, I've said it before, man. I like The Wire when Idris Elba and my man, what was my man's name? Wood. I forget his name, but I'm cool with that too. But when the two drug kingpins, you know, my man Wood, I want to say Wood Harris. Was it Wood Harris? But Idris Elba and the other guy. That's when I liked the show. Once them two left, and they brought in the Marlowe character, the Snoop character. It didn't hold me. And like I said, season 2 is the weakest of all the seasons when it was about the docs.
I've seen a bunch of episodes now, but I haven't really watched it. Like, I need to watch it from a beginning to end. I need to see it.
You've never seen it? Yeah. I think you would like it.
I mean, I've liked what I saw. It's just, it's very hard to buy into a long series like that right now. There's so much out there. And, right, the other day we were saying all these things were coming up and they were like a week away and we were looking for stuff to do. And then now they hit and now we have like a pile of that we can't even get to. So it's hard to commit to it because there's so much new coming out.
Yeah, and Andy brought to my attention first. And then I had a couple people hit me up on Instagram that, it's in fact coming back, Tulsa King.
Yeah.
I wonder why they waited so long.
You have to get everybody together, man.
That shouldn't be the issue.
I think it's always an issue.
I don't know. It's weird.
I think it's going to be good, though.
It's live. Of course it's going to be good.
He still looks good.
You know, dude, I saw him, a clip of him. I think he's in Italy or maybe somewhere fancy. And him and his wife was walking down the street. You could see it a little bit. The walk was a little,
But between him and Arnold, he's back to winning again.
Yeah.
Arnold, I mean, listen, this is life. So it's not about a winner and loser. It's about being, it's
about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
But there was always there was a competitive nature between those two forever.
Yeah.
And Sly's looking like he's like the more, I don't know, still in tune kind of person. Like his body, he never was as big as Arnold though either. Arnold, that's a lot of work to keep that going. And plus, I don't know how many cycles of steroids Arnold did and how much, that up your body. Yeah. So, but yeah, he still looks like he's all right there. Everything's good for him.
Yeah.
And I like that he's playing characters his age. He isn't trying to, like, they're not trying to make him look younger or anything.
No, but he's still, he's still action guy.
Yeah.
At 80.
Yeah. Would you?
What a difference between his faculties at that age and Biden's at his age.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Biden has the Secret Service, so that he wouldn't give to Robert Kennedy.
Right.
No Secret Service protection.
Chris in color, Black Twitter. Hey Aries, I only come out of the Bat Cave now when Andy says something ridiculous. That what did white?
Yep, there it happens.
Yep, that's right. Throw the stones, baby. You spitting in the wind with your head out the car doing 80, hock tui pow, back at you. That what did white people invent answer was hilarious. Nigga said the hot dog and hamburger. Now, until I read hot dog and hamburger, I had no idea what you were talking about. Because that did what white people invent answer. I didn't know where he was going. But when he said the hot dog and the hamburger, now I know the part of the conversation he was talking about. Dude, I'm telling you, y'all, listen.
You really want to know what they invented? I'll tell you what they invented. I was being joking when I said it, but there's more.
Right.
Do you want the more?
Yeah.
If we're going white, so you're going European opera music.
Oh no, you're giving a real answer. I thought you was about to be funny.
No,
but
I
you're
wasn't.
giving a real answer.
No, there's real. I mean, it's ridiculous to think that collectively we've all invented. It isn't like one. It's not like one group is inventing. I just find this very remarkably funny. But go on, keep going.
Let me just remind you real quick. When I put up a post about Bronny and LeBron, again, of course, some of the backlash I was getting was, "You a hater," and one dude said to me, he goes, "What your father did for you?" He's asking me, like, because I'm talking. "What your father did for you?" I put, "Taught me how to enunciate."
Did he reply after that?
No. But go ahead. You were saying.
No. It's not that. I just think it's funny when people come out.
I don't know how you keep a straight face during those tangents. You asked about bleach, and Andy goes on about tariffs and UV lights. Anytime a simple answer is right across the street, Andy finds a way to travel 2 miles around the block. Shout out to my guy, P. Scott. He listens to every episode and lets me know anytime y'all read my email. Remember what you said about tariffs and UV lights? But weren't you saying that was something that Trump said?
Trump said it, but the media, like when he says it, they take it to this level. Like you don't, I guess this is the way I could say this. You don't go word for word with what Trump says. You interpret what he says because he doesn't speak like a professional. He just throws out like when he said, "I signed this, whatever," and then the fact checkers come out. I said this on the last episode. They come out and they said, "Well, Obama's the actual one who signed it," and then he expanded it and he signed, and then Trump signed it. So he didn't put the details in. That's I guess how I would like to say it. Trump isn't a detailed guy. He isn't giving you the details. He just gives you the basics, and we're supposed to figure it out. But the media doesn't want it. The media doesn't check or think about how he's saying it. They just go after it, and that's kind of like what I was trying to get to. Why I said what I said is because that's the truth. He wasn't saying that we're just going to stick a UV light up your ass and go clean out the problems. Mm-hmm. That wasn't it.
All right. Doug Gibson. He puts dim white women. Yo, A&A, I'm listening to the email episode going over stars and white women. I'm dying at my kitchen table at work. I'm emailing you because I have the same sentiment about dating/sexing down white women, but can't do marriage with one. I have a family member who is married to a white woman, and I know we can't do any jokes about Trump. We walk on eggshells and ball bust her at all. Congrats to Andy and the wifey. Make sure you send that wedding gift registry out so I can get you and the wife some washcloths. LOL.
Just send them, man, because there's no registry. We've been together for 16 years. We weren't registering for anything.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I don't want to keep treading the same water, but you know, who I set goals with is two different things, and I just. But you know, I'm telling you, I'm reevaluating a lot of my stances because I'm just going, dude. I'm watching you get married. My is turbulent, and I'm just going. You're 49 years old. You want to be happy. You don't want to be alone. Maybe it's time to consider. What if she's white? You know, what if she's white?
What if she's Asian?
What if she's anything?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Does it make a difference if it's the person that makes you feel good?
It shouldn't. But, you know, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't, but I mean, there is culture issues. There always will be.
Again, black woman, yes. Hispanic woman, yes. I thought about Asian, and I just went to be embraced in the Asian culture, meaning her family. Will they embrace me? Will I be able to go enjoy what that is? I don't know that I can. But like I said, I'm reevaluating and going, man, look, getting to a point where, you know, like the women, you know, the eggs, the clock's ticking. You know? So I don't know.
Listen, and
I know this sounds bad to say, but just the way white women age, dog. But I'll be like, nigga, you old too. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. It should be about who makes you happy is what it's supposed to be about. But culture plays a huge part in it because you want to feel comfortable though too.
Yes, that's what it is. Those are the right words. Comfortable in culture.
And you feel comfortable in your culture. And,
Yes.
And bringing someone from outside your culture makes other people uncomfortable, which in turn makes you uncomfortable.
I'm not worried about other people being uncomfortable to affect my comfort. I'm just worried about my comfort.
Okay, but it still affects your comfort because you don't know. Because people, when they come from outside of a culture, tend to can, in an effort to feel to be more welcoming, they say wrong things. They do goofy shit. There is some goofy shit that happens with it, but would you rather be with someone that makes you happy, that had to take a little bit of time to be indoctrinated into the culture so that they understand it, and you understand their culture? You have to also be indoctrinated to their culture. Would you rather take a little time to do that because they make you so happy, they make your soul happy and you feel fulfilled? Or do you want to be miserable with someone that's just part of the culture and you go, well, at least when I'm sitting here, I understand it. You're comfortable in your misery is what's happening at that point.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that you can't that you can't find someone in your own culture that you feel very comfortable with and fulfills you. That is ideal. That is the ideal situation.
Right.
But that may not be happening for you.
That's what I'm saying. And why block your blessing just because, you know what I'm saying?
I never thought I was going to be with the whitest white girl I've ever met in my life. She's Irish. You don't get much whiter than Irish. I don't know what comes after that. Like, what are the people that have no color?
Oh,
albinos. Yeah, I think that's what comes after Irish.
Right.
But she's the girl, man. She looks after my soul.
If I get with a white woman, I'm going to just put it in the prenup. If you lick a dog in the mouth, we done.
There's a lot of white people that don't want to lick dogs in the mouth.
I'm just saying, most of the clips I see, though, of dog activity, white people be having them at the table, be hand feeding them from the table, let them lick them in the face. You know what I mean? I just have put that in the prenup. If we get a divorce, if you lick the dog in the mouth.
There's no dog licking in the mouth in my house.
You I keep telling you, man, you are
No,
different fruit.
I don't think Mexicans do that though. I mean, I have that culture in me still. We don't do that.
Yeah.
That's not what it's just not the this is some Mexican people are going to get upset with me right now. They're outside dogs. We have outside dogs.
Black people do too.
That's what we have. The dogs are they're pets. They can come in. They can be, but they're made to be. Their home is outside.
That is an interesting question. I'm putting the black power fist in the air. Black people, meet me on the roof like Commissioner Gordon. Right in. Do black people allow their dogs to kiss them in the mouth? Are there black people out there that you'll let your dog lick you in the face? I think I know one nigga who would. Leroy Furious.
Why
Because he just got a weird, the backpack, the trail mix. You know what I mean? He got a little bit of a, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm leaning over here on this because I want to make sure that we have enough juice in the recorder. I don't know what would make someone.
Because I know, again, there's exceptions to every rule. So there are black people who I'm sure who do that, but it ain't many of us, dog. You know what I mean? There's nothing is. I always say nothing is one way. There's always some other shit in the pot. But the majority, no, we don't.
No, but do you think a majority of white people do it?
Yes.
No. You see the white people on the videos, and they're always white people. But is that the majority of white people?
You just answered it.
No.
I see constantly the majority of them being white people
on video. But out of all the white people, do you really think that they are the majority of them? Of the whole country.
Do you see more in person getting up by the police than you do on video? So we know that most of it hasn't been recorded. This is recent, seeing black people on camera, on where you could turn on your phone and see footage of getting up. But we've been getting up.
Right.
The majority of been getting up. We just now get it on film. So to your question, yeah, it's on film now. Yeah, but I'm sure that's always been the case.
No, but you're not. I'm not saying that there's less white people than black people that do it. What I'm saying is the majority. If there's 100,
out of 100%,
you think over 50%.
85.
I don't think so.
85.
I don't think so. I think that the ones that love their dogs and do those videos, that's what the representation is. I don't think that it's. I don't think it's even 50%.
I think white people hold a when it comes to their pets, when they go, they're like family. They would run inside of a burning building to rescue their dog. Won't. They go, yo, you feel like heat? I love that, but yo, that heat. No. We go so far with our dogs, with our pets. White people, y'all with your pets to the end. Let them sleep in the bed with you, lay in the bed.
Listen,
Black people ain't having the dog get up on the furniture.
Listen, if the dog slept at the foot of the bed, I wouldn't care, to be honest.
Our grandmothers wouldn't even let us get on the couch without plastic.
Yeah.
So ain't no dog getting on the furniture.
Yeah, but who has plastic on their couch anymore?
My point is, white people, y'all are more embracing of the dog as a family member. Black people don't look at their dogs as family. We look at them as pets. You're a dog.
It's a pet. That's why I did that joke. And, I realized because of what we're saying right now, that's why the joke, it goes all right in a black room when we do predominantly, the room's predominantly black, but it doesn't go over big because it's like, no shit. That joke ends with, it should end in a black room is no shit. That's we already agreed with this. We've already come to this conclusion. But I don't think that's the majority of white people. But I could be wrong.
You know why you think that? Because that's how your brain works.
Yeah.
People ain't you, Andy.
But I hang out with people that are white and I don't see them licking their dogs. A lot of people I know don't even have dogs because they don't want to deal with that. That's
but okay. But the people that once they get a dog, yo, they in. They all the way in. You're wrong.
I don't know.
If there are any white people that listen to this podcast and you don't lick your dog in the mouth, join us on the roof.
Yeah, let me know.
Right in. I want to know.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I had a dog. I had a dog. I was petting the dog once, and it the tongue. I was like, oh, what a cute dog. What the tongue? And was, dude. I was like,
yo,
I got to brush my teeth.
Say what you just said again. It's what?
What?
It's what? The D word. When you say ew, that's when they lick you. That's ew, that's.
I said D word.
Yeah, it's the what?
Dog. What?
You the most clueless in the
world.
What
did I say?
You said it's disgusting.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, white people do disgusting.
Everybody does disgusting shit.
No. White people have their own lane when it comes to disgusting. picking your boogers and picking your ass. Everybody does that. But then white people, look at MTV's ridiculousness or Jackass. That's y'all.
Yeah, they go out of their way to find that though. That isn't something that's just happening as you're going down the street. They're looking for this, but
to even think to play that way, black people don't even think to play like that. Hey man, let me fart into a device that goes into a helmet you put on your head so that the fart travels through the tube and it'll blast you in a enclosed helmet around your head.
Okay.
Black people don't play like that, man.
I'm going to say this again, and you're going to disagree with me again. The more freedom, the freer you are, the more you're going to do. For your black people, the freer the feeling that's inside black people in this country, the more they're gonna do.
Nah.
Yes.
The cultural gene in us.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, no.
I'm telling you.
That freedom, that feeling that you can get away with anything dissolves all this.
Nah, because even if we know we could get away with it, yo, you're not farting in a tube to where I'm gonna engulf it in a closed with a helmet.
You're gonna make $1 million off the video, you can do it?
That's different. Now you talking about getting paid.
That's why they're doing it though.
Nah, them do that shit before. They just went, yo, let's take our antics. They've been doing that.
They've taken it up, but they've always been filming this stuff. That's how they made their money.
Dude put powder in his ass and then fart while his man sleep and shoot the powder out his ass into his man's face. Black people don't play them games, dude.
Wait till that money rolls in. That freewheeling feeling.
Listen, if I told my fellow black dude, hey man, they gonna pay me $1 million to shoot powder in your face from my ass, he'll go, I'll do it and let you if you give me a cut. We talking business now.
Yeah, that is business.
A lot of y'all do that for fun activity, just for the giggles.
I'm not doing it for fun activity.
I know you're not, but your people do.
I don't even know if I could do any the stuff that I see in the one thing.
Andy, you're an exception to the rule, but your people are the rule.
Yeah, but I know these people and they don't all do this. The people that you form a bond with people that are like you, though.
Y'all a small club, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all a small club.
The one I did like, though, that they did is when they had that giant hand. I don't know if you saw.
That was funny.
Yeah, and then it goes around, and then they come walking in, and that hand
And
is
smacks him. Yeah, that's funny. That ain't nothing nasty.
No.
Yeah.
The one where he was in the Steve-O was in the outhouse.
Yeah, see?
And they launched it up.
Yeah, see? We not doing that. Black people ain't doing that. You gonna launch me in the air in a porta potty so can get all over me? We don't do that.
No, man. I have problems on the airplane bathroom, let alone I have a problem with the idea that the toilet's in the air in the first place.
Maniscalco told a funny story. I think he was on for Pete something, this guy's podcast. Pete something. I want to say not Pete Holmes, but it's this Italian dude named Pete.
Yeah, I'll tell you who it is if I can get to it.
He goes, I'm the first one on the plane. I'm not going to do a Sebastian Maniscalco. He goes, I'm the first one on the plane, and he has to take a shit. So he says he takes this massive shit, but the toilet won't flush. So he took the hand sanitizer and put enough water in it to where it foamed up like a big foam, and he threw that in the toilet, thinking that would cover up the smell. And then he said he didn't realize that up in the upper left corner of the bathroom, there's a thing they keep there, spray. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for air freshener. So he said he just took the air freshener and he just doused the entire bathroom with the air freshener. I think the long story short was when he opened the door, you could still smell it. And he was the first guy on the plane and the only guy on the plane at the time. And the flight attendants all knew.
Yeah, here's my problem with that. And I have a problem with that. And if I met, I know I've met him before. I mean, so I know him, but not like friends. But if I had the opportunity to talk to him, this is what I would say. You know, there's bathrooms before you get to the plane.
He said as he was walking to the plane in the tunnel, his stomach just did some eruption and made him go, "Oh, I gotta go now."
Then go to the bathroom out there, drop your turd, and then get back on the plane. Listen, I'm tired of getting on a plane and watching people like get up and they have to use the bathroom immediately. There's hundreds of bathrooms in the airport.
But you've never been on the plane or like you're already in the plane, sitting down, and all of a sudden, your guts.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do?
Well, if I can, I will wait till I get off the plane.
It's a long flight.
I hate to take on the plane.
I do too.
In my career, this last 5 years with you, I think maybe I take in. I think it's one, but it might be two this whole time.
Yo, I'm with you, dude. I don't like it either. I don't like it. I'll tell you where it's not so bad. If you're on the plane that has the cubicles where your seat flattens out into a bed,
yeah,
those planes, the bathrooms are so big, it's kind of comfortable. On those small planes or a plane where, you know, it don't have the cubicles, just a regular plane, it's so tight in there, I just don't feel right. But in those planes where the bathrooms, you got some leg room, all right.
Dude, I hate taking in anything that's public for the first part.
I understand.
And I just in my head, I just think about all the you sit on top of piles and piles.
Well, not technically.
Technically, you're not, but you are, man. Your ass is on a place like I went.
Is it the whole you putting your ass on the seat where somebody else ass was? All
that together. Just I was in Macy's once in New York, and I go into the Macy's, right, and I have to take a shit. I'm not happy I have to take a shit, but when you got to go, yes, you got to go. And I went in there, and there's like this one restroom in the Macy's has, I would say they probably have like 15 stalls, and there's a line
to get into the stall
to take. The amount of that's going on, it mentally just it just freaks me out that I'm going to be part of this whole like circus that's going on in there, and I'm throwing loads into the toilet too. It's disgusting, man. It really it's gross. The idea this is really what our society, what makes us a civilization, is how we get rid of our. It really is. Think about it. All over all these years, there's always been a way to move your or you had to dig a hole or get rid of it. Our society is about how to remove from our area, and it's disgusting though that now you get this awesome opportunity to go on a plane that moves you around the world, and the best you can come up with is taking a shit in the air. It's disgusting.
As opposed to where?
Don't take a shit before you get on the. There should be like a rule where there's an old lady that stands there and goes, "Did you go to the bathroom? Did you go to the bathroom?"
Everybody's bowel clock is different.
I get that it's going to happen, but okay. Last night, for instance, we're at the club, and I get to the club, and as soon as I got there, I ate. So I had to eat. I hadn't ate all day, and I ate, and I felt it.
Really? How soon after you ate?
15, 20 minutes.
Is that normal for you?
No. So I knew that, but you know what? I just was like, no, it's not happening. I'm not shitting here because I don't like that bathroom. I don't like the door. I don't like the.
What you mean in the club?
At the club.
What's wrong with that?
That door's right there. And
who's coming in the green room but me or you?
Yeah, and then that door, just the way the bathroom's set up, it's the smell is going to come all the way out into the green room.
Not if you close the door.
Yeah, you close the door, but it's still right there. I was like, I'm not shit. Like, it's your green. Honestly, I believe this. It's your green room. I'm trying not to make your life any worse than it is already.
Listen, man.
Now, I would do that with anybody. I'm not trying to in your area.
I'm always going to in your area.
It's your area. You can shit there all you want.
Listen, the bathroom on the plane, again, when it's the big one, and even when it's not the big one,
I know, and
you're
they have
in there by yourself.
And they have recycled air.
I don't like public bathrooms because I don't want to be sitting down. Even though we're in a box, I can't see you, you can't see me, but I know you're there because I see your feet. Taking a is not something you should do in the space of other people.
Listen, I'm getting sick even having this conversation because it's because it's good. Here's where I like to take the train. Now these are big bathrooms.
Like to on the train,
dude. I went into the bathroom just to take a piss on the train. So I go in there. It's not even a bathroom. Sorry, it's a restroom. Bathrooms are where there's a bathtub. This is a train. It's a restroom. I got to take, and there is wrapped all around. Like I was like, who is the nasty?
Let me tell you.
There's so many nasty people.
Now that right there is one of my biggest reasons why I don't. Anytime I have to take a crap in a public bathroom, dude, I always approach the door like I'm about to find a body. Because seeing somebody else's waste, it's so disgusting to me. Like I tilt my head back.
You're like a CSI detective.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm like, please don't be in the toilet. Please. And to any of you heinous monsters out there, how dare you? You can't flush. That's just courtesy. Flush the toilet. I don't like when I go use a public bathroom and there's piss in the toilet.
No,
you flush the toilet.
Well, now they have the automatic flusher, so it should flush on its own, but there's some issues there. I'll give you the one that bothers me, not as much as seeing. But whenever I go to the urinal, what is all the piss?
Hair.
The hair is disgusting, but what's all the piss on the floor? Why am I?
Right.
How small is your that you can't get it over?
Right.
You can't get it over, and
that's so disgusting that even
I want to throw away my shoes.
I will make sure my laces is tied.
Yeah.
Because if my lace was
touch that, it's done. Those laces have got to go.
I'm done. Oh, I don't even like standing in it.
No, I stand like you stand like this, but then I'm standing like this the other day, and someone else comes over to start pissing, and I'm like and I'm watching the piss start going out. I don't understand people. They're disgusting. They're disgusting, and they don't live with. You talk about
is pubic hair falling off you while you standing there? How is your hair getting in the urinal?
Dude, I can understand a hair popping off. I'm old, man. I lose hair, but I don't. I never. But sometimes you look in there and it's like, what? Someone had chemo, because it's just falling off completely.
And they say women's bathrooms are even worse.
Women, okay, working in the in the industry, in the restaurant business, you have to make sure the bathrooms are taken care of. The women are disgusting, but women are interesting though. I got to tell you that this is funny. I don't know. We're talking about bathrooms, but I was working at this one place, and I had to do a repair in the bathrooms on the wall. They had this decoupage stuff where they took Japanese newspapers and they put this glue thing over it, and then they would feel it. But sometimes it would peel off. So I had to go fix the women's room. And so I had a woman come with me, and we had a little sign on the door, minor repair, workman inside, just to let them know. And so if a lady came in, I would just say, I would do it. I tried to do it in off hours, but sometimes people are still in there. So the ladies would come in, and I'd go, okay. I'm just doing some repair work. Would you like me to leave? But there was stalls, so the ladies always said, no, it's okay. I was like, okay. So obviously they're not shitting. If they're shitting, they probably want you out. But so I would just do the repairs, and the ladies they didn't care. So then I would go to the men's, and I'd have the same thing, but I'd bring the girl over, and she would stand out, and she would say, "There's some." No, she was in there help. She had to help me do it, so she's standing in like the sink area with me, and we're doing the repairs there. And the guys would walk in, and they'd see the girl, and they'd just go, "Hi, yeah, what?" And she goes, "We're just doing some repairs in here. Do you want me to step out? While you go to the bathroom?" And they weren't taking a shit either, but they didn't want a woman in the bathroom. Men are more careful about how they do things than women are. Women don't give a f- when they're in their when they're in their restroom. That's their they don't give a shit. And they'll do whatever they want to do.
Andre Potts, Mad Wonker Hatter. Hey guy, Mad Wonker Hatter here, wishing you guys an amazing rest of the year. Sorry, Aries, but apparently Tom Hardy doesn't want to play Venom anymore, so there will be no crossover. The multiverse is the only Spider-Man they are working on. Sad day for Marvel fans. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, God, excuse me. Michael B. Jordan is supposed to be doing a Static Shock reboot, but I doubt he will. You're looking for a chick to check out. Look up Gem Jules. At first, I thought that was Gemma Aries be talking about, but nah, this chick got cakes on cakes like a double-decker upside cake. I know y'all don't mess with wrestling, but my guys, look up Jaden Parker in the NXT/WWE. God damn. Andy, congratulations on getting married, bro. That's a big milestone for love. I'm getting married in August in Vegas. Wishing both y'all who were in town would like to see a show, but I know y'all be working and moving. I wrote in before and damn near gave Aries an aneurysm, and I'm sorry for that. but nigga, you laughed, so I'm happy. I wasn't high, just doing a graveyard shift. A motherfucker tired, so the letter was everywhere. Don't get it twisted. I do smoke sometimes. I mean, what the hell is legal? It's legal. But God bless you guys. Looking forward to this podcast turning into a show. By the way, guys, I'm making an animation of one of your skits, so look out for it. I send you guys IG posts here and there, so I'll get it out to one of you first. No lawsuits, guys. Just kidding. LOL, love, peace, and Jessica Rabbit's cheeks.
I'm looking forward to the animation.
I am too. I always look forward to that.
Yeah. Did you check out Gem Jules?
No.
I got to check it out.
Yeah, I got to check her out. Why you ain't sent a picture? Gonna have me do work. You could have sent me a damn picture.
You got to earn it.
That sucks.
What do you think about Tom Hardy bailing on Venom?
It's disappointing. It's disappointing, man.
They'll reboot it, though.
Yeah, I know, but listen, the star of the film is Venom. It's like that's why an Andrew Garfield or a Tom Holland or a Tobey Maguire, they're all interchangeable because the real star of the genre is the superhero.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I like Tom Hardy. I just like him as an actor. Dude, have you seen any of the previews for Deadpool Wolverine?
Yeah, a few of them.
That shit looks good. It looks like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean, he came out of retirement of Wolverine to do it, so I mean, the script had to be good.
Yeah, and I like that character, Deadpool, man.
It's good.
That's Ryan Reynolds. That's a home run.
Yeah,
for him.
Yeah, Ryan.
I knew it was coming.
I would love to hang out with him, but I'd still hate him at the same time.
He probably would be so charming, though, that you would.
No, I know I would like him, but I would still have that everything. You needed everything,
right? Beth Spies, check in and chase. Hey A&A, I hope all is well with Beth Spies. Is this one from gave us the mugs? Is that the mugs girl?
Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I hope all is well with two of my favorite guys. Andy, how was your wedding day? Harry's, did you make it to the wedding? Aries, I just recently came across a movie you did called Chase. I really enjoyed it. I noticed there was some of your comedy in the movie. Was that your suggestion? And how much input did you get to ad-lib in the character? I think it added another layer to the character. Overall, how was your experience making the movie? Much love, Beth. How was you? Well, let you answer her question first.
Wedding was awesome.
Okay, wedding was awesome. No, I didn't get to make it. I was. Andy don't know this, but I was in the closet while he was terror in the hotel, and I watched the whole thing.
You were there for a while then.
Yeah,
I was in rare form.
I saw the way your back was.
Yeah,
I was with you.
I was. You know, it was good. It was a really good wedding, and
Yeah.
it was very late at night, but it was still, everything was good. Weddings are great, man. I'd like to get married like every year.
Making movies is always fun. The sucky part is the waiting, sitting around and the waiting, which is why they say you don't get paid to act, you get paid to wait. But yeah, I had a good time.
Why didn't that get more?
Listen, man, the director.
He's one of those people that they like, though, right?
No, listen, he's no Tarantino or Scorsese, talented dude, but not Hollywood, like knocking down his door talented, There was a couple things on set that I had to tell him he needed to do that a director should already know. So, yeah.
But he knows now.
Well, he knows now.
You got to keep making movies so that you learn all this.
Yeah. Roisin Asia. Andy. What's up, fam? What's up, guys? Fam, this is why a lot of people have a problem with Andy. All of your day one listeners have heard emails where someone has called Andy a racist, even though that's the wrong word. When you, Aries, mention anything about white people, Andy gets defensive, and he's not going to give you that. But say and watch him laugh. Hollywood has been racist, and he, you, and all of us know it. Stop with the Andy. Still love the pod, but Andy needs to stop arguing moot points.
No, that's not what I argue about. It's because Aries says all white people, and I know all white people don't do it.
Whoa. Let me back up a second. There are times when I specifically say not all white people. Okay. So don't put that label on me.
But no, that's when I usually argue with you is when, like, right now with this dog thing. I don't think that it's 50% of white people that do this dog thing. I could be wrong. I'm not saying that I'm not wrong.
Right.
But I'm defending it because I don't think that it is.
But I think he means in more serious conversations. Us talking about white people and dogs is more tongue in cheek and having fun, but more of the serious topics.
Yeah, but when you say what you say, it's because you say it in a comic way, and that's why I laugh at it. Mm-hmm. When we talk about Mexicans, Asians, whatever, we laugh at the whole thing. I laugh at stuff white people do all the time. It's when we're talking about it in these terms of group identity. That's when I say something about it.
And let me just say, dog, to somehow suggest that, Andy hears the word and he'll laugh at that. Well, when he goes to go see Harlem Nights and they're saying in the comedy, he's not supposed to laugh. It's funny where it's funny, So don't put the emphasis on, ooh, like that's a got you moment. Because you can go see a lot of black movies with Eddie Murphy and Life and Harlem Nights and they saying it. So is he not supposed to laugh when he hears it? You know what I mean? Is he supposed to turn the song off when a rapper says it? It is what it is.
Yeah, but see, I think that's what some people don't get. That I've said it in a joke before. I don't use it anymore at all in my set, and I'm not afraid of the word. It's a respect thing that is the reason why. And the word can be very funny used in the right way. And I'm not denying it's funny. It's just not funny when I use it.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid. I grew up around black folks. The word was used all the time. I'm not going to get on a basketball and get scared because someone calls me that or that's going back and forth on the floor. It's funny where it's funny. It's not funny when it's not funny. I understand the difference between the two. It has nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with anything racial with me. Maybe with some other people it does, but that's not a racial anything. The reason I don't say it is because of one person that I have so much respect for that I make sure that I drop that. That's what it is. And it's not that I wanted to use it. I used it in comedy because it was funny when I said it, and I'll stand by that. That joke I could do it tomorrow, and the joke is still funny. I just don't do it because I have a different approach in my head about how I feel about it. But I can laugh at it when Ari says it. If he says it and it's funny, it's funny. There's times he said it last night to someone at the show, and I was in the green room. I'll tell you this last night. And when you said it to someone, you called some dude out, and you said it, and I didn't laugh. I went, ooh.
What moment was that?
You went back and forth with this guy, and then you got sick of, oh, no. It was the guy who worked at the club.
Yes. And I wasn't trying to be funny.
And I didn't laugh at that moment.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference.
Idiot.
So...
guy works at the club and is having a full-on conversation with one of the patrons 2 tables away from the stage. It's like, dude, you work here. You should know better than that. Respect the club. You work here. I'm working. The are you doing?
So when you said it to him and you guys went back and forth for a second, there was no smile on my face. There was no laughter.
There was no laughter from anybody. It was a real moment.
So, but there's a difference. And when we're doing the podcast and you say it, it's in a way that it strikes laughter, and that's. I'm not afraid of the word.
Last one, Dimitri Burnett. To hoe or not to hoe? Dear A&A, I only really ever write in when something resonates with me in a deep level. I don't think you want anything to resonate in you on a deep level. Maybe resonate with you
on a deep level.
But don't have something resonate in you on a deep level.
That's how Robert Kennedy ended up having a worm eating his brain.
And that's how a lot of in jail end up turning into homosexuals, because some big resonated in them deeply. Aries, when you were going over your current romantic situation a few episodes ago, it sounds exactly like what I'm going through. Should I stay and be unhappy or go and be unhappy? But instead of toughing it out, I'm debating on just letting that relationship go and start being a man hoe. Straight up in houses, hanging meat like a butcher shop freezer. What do you think we as men can do to change these situations so we don't feel this way? Andy, congrats on getting married and also letting your drop on Buddy who pissed you off on the pod. No Diddy. I thought we were finally going to get anti-Andy. When you dropped the mic fed up, I was in my car like, you ain't even got to say Andy. Call him a jazz baboon or something and keep it pushing.
I think that's worse.
A jazz baboon?
If you put a gun to my head and said, pick one, I think I'm using the M-word on that one.
That's hilarious. Jazz baboon or something and keep it pushing. By the way, just for some continuity, was your fiance/wife the same girl who was in the shower mousing around in your pork chops and chunky? Either way, wash your hands and keep doing you. This nigga said around in your pork chops and chunky.
No.
P.S. While I can say that black people more than likely do eat trail mix, none of the I know ever eat that shit. Name one function you ever been to where somebody said, bust out the trail mix. I'm a human being, not a gerbil. Might as well throw some Sons of Anarchy and play the spoons on my lap, since that's the time we're on. Keep bringing the filthy demigod Richard.
Okay, before we get off this, because I just want to make sure that I remember to say this. I've never been anywhere where anybody said break out the trail mix. Never. And I'm a white dude.
So they just break it out.
No, you go and get that. You go to the store and you pick up trail mix because you're going on, like, you know why I have trail mix a lot of times too? And I don't even get trail mix anymore. I just get the mixed nuts. I go over to Trader Joe's.
Right.
They don't have cigarettes. And I get, I buy the bag of mixed nuts and I have them in my backpack. So when I'm on the plane, I can have something that's semi-healthy and not their that they give you on the plane.
Right.
That's why I have it. But I mean, you just get it for whatever it's needed. But you could throw some chocolate in there. It makes it that becomes trail mix. Or you throw some M&Ms or whatever, some regular peanuts in it. I don't think there's anything. We all eat. I hate saying it. We all eat nuts. But they're good. I mean, I don't know what kind of nut your favorite nut is. Cashews, pistachios, whatever it is. But they're enjoyable. And you have a mixture and you eat them. I don't understand why that's a black or white thing.
Yeah, but like you said, we all enjoy our specific kind of nuts. Some guys are cashews guys. Some guys are pecan guys. I'm a pistachio guy. I enjoy an occasional cashew and almond, but I'm really a pistachio guy. Now, will I have them all together? No.
See, I want the variety pack.
You know what I don't understand is people, when they get their mixed nuts, how they just grab a handful and put them all in their mouth at once.
Now, I got to look at them. I got to see what I got in there.
This is why I'm saying I can only eat one kind at a time, because I can't taste a little cashew, a little pistachio, a little almond. Those are so distinct, different tastes. I can't be trying to combine that.
If
That's
you
crazy.
found yourself in a situation where you were in bed and all of a sudden you had a black woman in bed with you, an Asian woman
all
in
of
bed,
them, all of them,
a redheaded white woman,
yes,
a dark brown-headed
yes,
white woman, and they all were. You would have to do them individually. You wouldn't be able just to just let that all engulf you at one time.
I would have to, because I can't more than once. I can bust one nut, and if I tried to each one individually, I wouldn't make it past one of them. Once I bust my load, I'm done. So they would all have to share the same semen at that moment. As that's one of those where they go, yo, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Like when you go to a buffet and you want everything because your eyes are bigger than what your stomach can handle. That's too much for me.
Can you keep around after you come and then still around the girls to get ready to come again?
I'm dead, dude. Once I am done, son. I'm done.
You can't take anything?
I'm done. I'm done. My mind's checked out. My emotion is checked out. I'm out of there. When I come, my spirit leaves me.
If you saw them making out and getting into each other, you
don't care. Don't care. Before it happens, I'm an animal. I'm an animal. But once nigga, I am done.
Hibernation,
nigga. I'm sleeping underneath the bear. I'm out, son. Yeah, I told you, man. I'm a 17th century musket shot.
I think that's so funny though, and you know it though. But that's good as long as you know it. What difference does it make?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you do these dates, and I'm gonna come back in about 10 minutes. I have to drop a deuce, nigga.
I'm glad you go into your room.
Yeah, I got it. It's been cooking.
See, if it's nice to do that for someone, you let them have peace in their place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't shit in your green room.
I know, but this is your hotel room.
Yeah, but
that's different.
I still don't shit in the green room unless you're on stage. If you're on stage, and I know I got that hour and some change, I think I've done it once.
Do you do that because you're worried about the smell?
Yeah, I don't want you to have to suffer through my fecal cloud.
All right, that's a show for me. I'll be back.
All right, guys, this is where we're going to be. We're still in St. Louis, obviously, as we're doing this right now. St. Louis has been good, by the way. I give St. Louis a hard time, but St. Louis was good this weekend. We had some really good shows. And Saturday early show, everybody came out to the Saturday. Big props to you guys, man. That was unbelievable how good you were, how into the show you were. It made me feel like I was a real comic for about 5 minutes. So here we go. Funny Bone, Omaha. Aries going to be there July 5th and 6th. I may show up. Doesn't look good, but who knows? July 11th through the 14th, Improv in Irvine, California. July 18th through the 20th, Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco. August 1st through the 3rd, Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club in San Antonio, Texas. August 8th through the 10th, Mic Drop Comedy in San Diego. August 22nd and 23rd, we'll be at Stand Up Live back in Phoenix, Arizona, followed by one night only in Tucson, Arizona, August 24th at the Rialto Theater. August 30th through September 1st, we're going to be at the Houston Improv. September 7th, one night only, The Complex in Salt Lake City, Utah. September 13th and 14th, the Hartford Funny Bone. September 20th through the 21st, we're going to be in Kansas City, Missouri at the Improv. It's my birthday on the 21st. If you're out, come out. It'd be nice. October 4th, we're going to be at Royal Oak Music Theater in Michigan. October 5th, again, that was one night only at Royal Oak. And then October 5th, one night only at the Apollo Theater in New York City. Really looking forward to that date. Real quick, I'll give you a couple more dates. October 11th and 13th, we'll be in Orlando, Florida at the Improv. And October 17th, we're at the Vancouver Playhouse back in Canada, just for one night only. And then we'll jump back into the States. And October 18th to the 20th, we're going to be at the Spokane Comedy Club in Washington. Let's see, one more. October 25th to the 27th, Tampa Improv. And I'll finish out the October 30th through November 3rd. We're going to be back in Chicago. Looking forward to getting back to Chicago. Haven't been, we were there last year, but I really like the Chicago club. One last one because it's a one night only. November 8th, we're going to be in Hawaii, you guys. Everybody on Hawaii that's listened to the podcast, that's written into us and asked when we're going to be out there, we're finally going to be there. We're at the Hawaii Theater in Honolulu, Hawaii, November 8th. I'll leave it right there. Thanks, guys.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. If you'd like to know who's responsible for this, it was hosted by Ari Spears and Andy Steinberg, produced by Steve Merrick and Anthony Holmes, executive producer, Big Papa, Robert Kelly, and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button Podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit SpearsburgPod.com.